we always say having a pepperoni roll, not eating one, shows proper respect for the pepperoni roll. Is as much about a memory as the food itself. Although I love eating pepperoni rolls. Now second, stick pepperoni is the only authentic pepperoni roll. Anything else is fraudulent. See, God, it's strong language, right? Yes, only gets better. Sacrilegious to suggest otherwise. Now one more thing, the pepperoni roll bread is just that. It's bread, real bread, that has bite to it, that you have to pull a bit with your teeth. It is not a pastry. The bread should not be soft. It should not be sweet. It is simple, and you use the same dough that you make your bread with. Now I fear a future where everyone thinks that a pepperoni roll is sliced pepperoni and soft, sweet bread. So you must preserve the truth for posterity. Now one more thing. One should never put American cheese on a pepperoni or pepper jack. That's wrong, all wrong. Mozzarella and provolone are the only acceptable cheeses. God forbid mayonnaise, ketchup, or mustard. Caca, that's what my Mama Kate would say. Caca is Italian for don't pick that up and put it in your mouth, it's disgusting. Now, of course, peppers are always appropriate. Here we are in Fairmont. Colacesanos of Fairmont makes a pepperoni bun, bigger than a roll. Now listen to this, it's a bun. It's not a hoagie, it's not a sub. They put sauce, kind of like a hot dog sauce, spicy northern West Virginia sauce, not the bland stuff in southern West Virginia, with peppers, oliverios, and cheese. Now, I pride myself on being a very tolerant person, embracing that our differences make us better and more interesting. But if God gave me one vote to preserve something authentic, and it is to be left alone, it is the pepperoni roll, as originated in Fairmont, West Virginia. Now about memories. I'm the grandson of Italian immigrants, and I can't recall when I had my first store-bought pepperoni roll. My early memories are of the pepperoni rolls my grandmother made, Mama Kay. Now she would always make them for us when we had band trips or other school trips on a bus, or when I would go back to college after visiting home or for football games. Now she would make 24 or so, and I would pass them around on the bus, and they would be gone in less than an hour. And people would say, well, what is a pepperoni roll? And they couldn't understand why we thought it was the greatest food in the world. But then they took a bite, and you see the look on their face, just priceless. Now you have to understand some history. The pepperoni roll in central West Virginia had its origins in southern Italy, the region of Calabria. The northern Italians north of Naples looked down upon the southern Italians as rural and backwards. So we take pride in the pepperoni roll being our food, kind of like how ramps belong to Appalachia. Now the places where we get our pepperoni rolls are just as important as the roll itself. You must get them from a local bakery. Anything else is a waste of time. Now I understand if you're starving, but if you want to truly enjoy and savor the pepperoni roll, you must go to a bakery. Of course, this is only because my grandmother is now deceased. Now, nothing can top that memory. And I must add that my children know how to make real pepperoni rolls, and I love them for that. And I would always go to Country Club Bakery in Fairmont because when I lived and worked there. And I knew Cheech Argero, who claims his father invented the pepperoni roll for commercial purposes. And I accept that because Cheech would never lie to me. And the smell of bread always brings memories of my childhood and the smell filling the house when my grandmother would make bread. Now, to truly enjoy the pepperoni roll, you have to get it fresh and warm. Now, today I went to Tomorrow's in Clarksburg the city, this is for you, Brian, that per capita simply has the greatest selection of pepperoni rolls in the world. Yes, the world. And the same women greet me every day. Now, one went to school with my cousin Timmy, and they call me Honey. Or Michael, never judge. They ask me what I want. Would I want some sausage next time they order some? Well, I usually get a half dozen pepperoni rolls and give some away at the office. Now, the only way to get them is warm. And then they put them in a paper bag. And you know, they are the real thing when the oils and herbs, you know, that's what Candace called it. The real word is grease. And then it seeps into the paper bag. And one of my favorite things to do with a pepperoni roll, and this is my personal addition, is to tear it in half and then use it to soak up the olive oil and herbs and tomato juices that remain when you have fresh sliced tomatoes. Now, one more thing, and I will let you go. I remember my grandmother telling me that people would make fun of the Italians when they would bring the homemade bread to school for lunch, because it was viewed as perhaps being backward and poor. Proper people brought store-bought bread. And so the pepperoni roll reminds me of people I love very much and the struggle that they had to endure to make a better life for their children. And so now, today, the food that was looked down upon as that of the poor and unsophisticated is now the staple food. And when I brought it on the school bus, it was special and unique, and everybody loved them and wanted one. And yes, that makes me happy. Thank you.